Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, our weekly race as we get ready for the 2020 tournament starting in late January of next year. We have 8 racers tonight running our Tourney Flags 2, which is everything is pretty much randoed as you're going to see. I'm Pro A007, very happy to be joining here this evening, and on the comms with me is Cyclone. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be back on this. Haven't seen a lot of this in the last month. I've been busy with school-related things. Very nice to get back on this. Beautiful night here in the Mushroom Kingdom, coming to you from the top of the cow. So we're going to see everything from up here. And we have 4 exceptional runners here ready to show off what they can do.
Very much so. And as you're about to see here, the map is all sorts of whacked out.
Wow.
With multiple forts now being possible in various worlds, and this will affect their strategy. And already we're seeing some interesting bits here with 3 of the runners going to 1 fort, which by logic cannot be an impediment to the finish, but it's a necessary world nonetheless.
And I heard you mention that it can look all whacked out. I noticed that 2 of the forts were indeed different colors on the map, which I find very, very intriguing to say the least. And Human Mustard is doing a very annoying level in I believe that's I know that's World 7. I'm trying to think world I can't remember what world it's from, but I know it's the last level in
it. That's 7-9.
7, I thought it was 7.
So Mustard is going to actually have a slightly different approach here because he went to 7-9 first, so he has Raccoon Mario, so he can go for the item, whereas the others could not. The others are in 4F1. Hammer Suit for Mustard, that could be huge.
That hammer suit could come in very useful. That hammer is very, very strong, can kill a lot of things very quickly, and can even insta-kill things that you normally wouldn't be able to kill very quickly,
right?
Like Bowser, for example.
Well, you want to have a hammer suit for Bowser. Okay, so 4F1 broke the lock down below, so it's a straight shot from here. Mustard just finished 4F1. The others are just starting 7-9. Looks like Diesel's going for the clip on the bottom. Try and save a little time here. He's giving it up. Mustard is in one of the 9 lost levels of Mario 3 Randomizer, levels that were in the code but never quite finished. Well, our randomizer creator Maestro F. Coughlin, Fred, decided to put them in the game, so we have a little more variety. Mustard is going to be the first one, it looks like, to the airship.
We're getting a look at Human Mustard doing the Hammer Brother fight there. Everyone else is doing the previously seen 7-9 right now.
So Mustard off to a good start compared to the other featured runners tonight. As I said, we have 4 other runners in the field tonight. Some very strong runners indeed, not featured tonight. Perhaps most notable is our tournament runner-up from earlier this year, the Classic one, or Classic 88, is in the field tonight. So 313 wand grab for Mustard. Very nicely done.
And everyone else that we see is nowhere close to that yet. They're going to be at least a couple minutes behind that.
Probably closer to about a minute, give or take. Diesel is going to be the first one there. World 5 airship is pretty short, so a little Casablanca from the King to Mario. As we get ready for World 2, and we are continuing with Vanilla World Order.
Is this even randomized?
Well, 3-7, so another item potentially here. If Mustard wants it, he seemed to be considering it and decided no.
Diesel loses his leaf, but he gets his wand at about 4:01, I want to say that was.
give or take. Wolfman is third to get the wand at 416, and Leslie will be last, but not in our hearts, 423. So Mustard is in 7F1, aka Fort Knox.
Fort Knox, so named because hitting that power block means if you have some kind of leaf, you can fly around and get a lot of money out of that fort repeatedly.
Mustard has to get a Tanuki, not a Tanuki. Yeah, Tanuki suit, sorry.
It's Tanuki suit, yeah.
Yeah, Tanuki suit, because this is one of two levels that require flight to get out of this level, the other being 6-5. Leslie, not sure if he's going to go for the item. It looks like he might. Diesel is not in a particularly good position. He has to go grab the mushroom and then grab the Tanuki suit. That makes this okay, he's taking the intentional death. Good idea.
Leslie Pro taking the vine to the sky for, I believe this was 2-5, if I remember. I'm trying to remember what I saw below there.
It's 3-7.
3-7, sorry. Oh, yeah, it was the spike level.
Right. Mustard gets his hammer. He might use it right here, and yes, he is. So he just saved himself 3 levels. Mustard in another lost level, kind of a 3-9-ish beta. He's going to take top route here.
Ooh.
Diesel. And Wolfman and Leslie all in Fort Knox at various stages. Wolfman's just about done. Diesel's just a little bit ahead of Leslie Pro. Mustard is about to take care of the Hammer Bros. It's a P-wing for his efforts. Good to have for certain levels.
P-wings are very, very useful. It's you want to be careful when you use them, because if you use it on a level blindly and you find it's a level that doesn't work with it, then you could just be wasting the use of it. But so it's better to find a level that you feel would be faster with it, and then go back to potential death and take it and clear the level quickly.
That early hammer seems to be going very nicely for a Mustard, who's gotten to avoid some very unpleasant levels as a result with 7-8. Leslie is going to get early hammer, bro, and he's going to get his hammer now.
I don't know if you saw Morton, but he didn't eat his Wheeze this morning. I think he only took 1 hit there.
Yeah, he's a thick Morton, but he doesn't really scare anybody. Get out your commands in chat. We have a Tanuki on the screen.
Command?
Command. So
Swingtail.
Mustard is in World 6 now and leads off with 4-2. I think the only level where you can get double boss bass, but sadly not in this seed.
And Human Mustard losing the Tanuki suit so no more commands.
Yeah. Wolfman is in the 3rd lost level stage we have seen tonight. Kind of a reverse 5-3 beta. Also can be surprisingly difficult. There are no power-ups in this stage.
And 5-3, this beta of 5-3, there normally is not water in 5-3, but if you go through a certain pipe, there is a water segment.
Right.
So it seems like when they made the final level, they decided to keep the water segment in there, but as a separate area where you go forward normally.
Correct. So Mustard in 4-5, and Diesel found 5-9. Yikes.
Oh, that's not fun. No clouds yet either, I don't think.
Unfortunately, no. Wolfman's like, I ain't doing this. So, given the choice, they would. Something's going on with Mustard. Man.
Hammer Brothers can't settle.
Yeah. So that early hammer is being very valuable indeed. Allows you to skip really pleasant levels. Leslie is second one out because he got the early hammer at 8:45. Mustard is going to play the fort, and it's Air Force. You're talking earlier about levels where you could burn a P-wing needlessly.
Yes.
This is one of them. This level is intolerable with a P-wing. I mean, you're certainly not going to die, but in terms of speed, everything kind of grinds to a halt, comparatively speaking.
Well, even with the P-wing, you could opt to fly under all the airships and not have any problems at all. But as you said, those rocky wrenches can throw the wrenches high sometimes, and I think there's even something out of the screen that could hurt you, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, yeah, depending on how it goes. Wolfman's going to take another run at the end card game. Didn't get any matches the first time, but getting pretty good vertical matches there. Mustard's in the quicksand stage. Leslie is in another lost level, kind of a 6-4-ish, not really a 6-4, but a World 6 beta stage. So we've had
Wow. Wow, a sand stage with random fish in it.
Yeah, that cheap can be really really nasty in uh in quicksand because of his movements. You got to be really careful. He can snipe you sometimes. Wolfman he was trying to ride this out, doesn't quite get it. Diesel's finished with World 2. Mustard's found 8-1.
8-1 is also one of those levels that is when I first played this level, I didn't have a lot of fun with this level. I found it really difficult to and
Yeah,
challenging.
yeah. 8-1 is not a stage you particularly want to deal with, especially early in a seed. Can really put you through the ringer. Leslie's underway in Air Force. Wolfman's still working through the beta stage. It's got to the end. So Mustard's actually burning a P-wing here just to get his power-ups back, I think. He gets a star for his troubles.
Uses the P-wing on the Hammer Brothers too.
Yeah, so we got a pipe here in 6-7's location. And, okay, nothing there. So he knows the pipe up in the corner will allow him to skip one stage. But before that, he has to go to 2-4.
Yep, 2-4 is there's Fire Brothers here today.
2-4 is another one of those stages where it can be really difficult early. You can really get hit with some bad enemy spawns or patterns. Mustard is going to take that pipe, skip whatever 6-10 ish, and we'll go straight to the airship, and it's the World 7 airship.
Leslie Pro almost got stuck in the quicksand. Thankfully, hopped out before the fish appeared, and does successfully finish the stage without getting cheaped.
There's
So
a
I guess
star to
Diesel
get.
picking up a star.
Yep. We're in 4-2. Diesel in the Air Force. Mustard using P-speed strats to sail through World 7 airship. And it's a one-hit Lemmy. 1307 for him. So Mustard off to a very strong start right now. Leslie's in 1-3, which has an item. He went for the 3-7 item. I think he might go for the 1-3 item. Chad, get your predictions in. What world is next? We have not seen 3, 4, 5, or 7.
I'm gonna go with saving 7 for later. I'm gonna say we have 5 right now. I am not sure what is going on with Human Mustard. We must have lost his stream for a moment, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So that's sorted. Leslie does go for the item and picks up another hammer. So he has double hammers, and those could be quite valuable in World 3 and World 7, depending on how things break. While we
And it looks like we have Wolfman doing the Air Force stage right now.
Hmm?
We have Leslie Pro starting 2-4. There is an upper route to this level that we can't access without without a leaf that the runners could choose to follow. But usually it is quicker to go on the bottom route as long as you don't have a lot of dangerous enemies down here, like that.
Yeah, right. The, oh, nice dodge by Leslie.
Wow,
I'm not sure how he did that, but that was very impressive nonetheless.
indeed. 8-1 for S Diesel right now, and Wolfman is done the fort.
Yeah, that was something. Okay, we
Oh,
have Mustard screen back. He is in World 3.
we'll have to get him recropped here. It looks like something happened to his stream layout, so we'll get that fixed in a moment here.
Right. In the meantime, he's in 7F2, aka Piranha Fort, which is that one of those levels you dread seeing. And you kind of learn to live with it, but the veterans like Mustard and I guess myself, kind of gotten used to the stage, but that doesn't mean it's a whole lot of fun.
No, it's not a pleasant stage at all. There's a lot of very dangerous enemies in it, and
Mhm.
even for newer players, especially if you're one of those players who has not seen this stage, because you're playing for the first time, you weren't around 30 years ago, obviously when it came out, and
Mhm.
you're fairly new to seeing the game. This would be a stage that one of those ones that really tests you as a player, and throws a lot of really difficult situations at you and sees if you can get through it.
Mustard does not have a hammer to break that lock. Hammers do break lock in World in Tourney Flags 2, and he's got to play the dreaded Atlantis level, which is one of two auto scrollers in the randomizer, the other being 5-9, which we saw earlier. Mustard,
Oh,
death.
he takes a death trying to avoid the blooper.
Yeah. So Leslie's in 1-6, which is one of the levels we did not see while we were getting Mustard figured out there. So Leslie has actually got a pretty good. He's got a chance to take the lead here because he's got the hammers and he can turn this around very quickly. Stop for an end card first. Have a pretty good handle on where most stuff is. Well, not quite just yet, but he's getting. So he can do the double hammer trick, but we know that wouldn't actually be advantageous. The lock up ahead is the pipe up ahead is where it'll take him to Wendy. 3-4. Leslie in
But
very good shape here.
Human Mustard making a power up decision there. He was offered the opportunity to get a leaf, decide to keep the fire, more
Yeah.
beneficial in the water without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. No question. So Leslie, a very happy boy here. Oh yes. Leslie is in the World 1 airship. So Leslie, among our 4 featured players, is in the lead. Now he's got to be careful with Wendy. It's a normal Wendy, but it's a 2-hit Wendy. So that's good. Mustard picking up a cloud off the hammer, bro.
And we got Human Mustard back in looking okay here. So we're going to follow where he is. He is in, I think that's 6-1 with a Angry Sun.
Correct. Yeah, 6-1 Angry Sun. Mustard, no problems there. 1831 grab for Mustard. Excuse me, for Leslie.
I liked being transformed better. Please change me back.
So we've got World 5 and Vanilla. Ooh, Leslie's got to play 6-6. Yuck. And unfortunately, this is not a situation where you can just star your way out of this.
Yeah, this
He's
stage is gross.
This is probably the least favorite among the rando community. Oh, nice dodge again by Leslie.
And even as a vanilla stage, this stage is just awful.
Yeah, it's not great, but at least the enemy patterns can make it manageable because there's no random. Oh boy! Oh,
Well,
Leslie got boxed in, and he is taking a death there.
yeah, the fish are
Mustard
not very kind on that one.
got ballet going on with the Hammer Bros. Diesel's in Atlantis. Leslie is in giving 6-6 another go. He's got Fire Mario, so should make it a little easier. But Mustard is not that far behind. He's probably 40 seconds behind right now because of that death in 6-6.
So he's trying, or Leslie Pro's still working on the 6-6 and lose the fire power up there. The fish, these are the fish that I'm just like, that just seems really weird and really buggy. I guess it's the bottom half of those fish that jump up. I've never seen any that go straight up like that. That's really strange.
Yeah, some of them can do that. So Leslie taking his time. He's not going to take any chances here with this level because it's not one you want to play multiple times. Sure, Mustard
No way.
was hoping to get power up, but unfortunately, Star went away.
He hit it on the right side of the block, which means the star goes to the left.
Right. So Leslie is done, and those Hammer Bros are continuing to spite him every chance they can. So what's it? 5-1, 2-3. Another one of those stages that can be tricky because of the enemy patterns. Be a little careful here.
Ooh, Sledge Brothers on the Hammer Brush stage. And yeah, that can be a little tricky, but he got him down.
Yeah. Oh, Leslie tried take out the fire chomp. Mistimed his jump, and unfortunately, he's going down. Mustard has officially retaken the lead here. That said, I do believe Leslie does have an extra hammer at his disposal. Just to clarify what Macober said in chat, Macober, you talking about 2-3 being the difficult one?
While you clarify that, Hugh Mustard and Leslie Pro are indeed on the same stage. They're not very far apart at this point. And it looks like Leslie Pro is being a lot safer with this. Hugh and Mustard just jumped into the pipe as soon as it was available. Leslie Pro waited a shell to move to the next level.
So they're in 6F3, aka Carpet Fort, another stage that can be challenging if you're not careful. That opening section, anyway, can get you if you're pretty easily. Wolfman is in did just finish 5-6. He's in 3F1.
Only one ghost in here today, it looks like. That's not bad.
Yeah. Over did confirm that 2-3 is the stage he was referring to as the underrated difficult one. Yes, that is true. 2-3, especially to get boss pass or cheap, really screw things up for you easily. Mustard is.
Sorry.
I would say Mustard Claude to skip 5-10 because he knows there's no point in sticking around.
Leslie Pro actually stepped on the ghost in a carpet and took a hit to fall to Small Mario, so he has to be a little more careful now.
Right. Wolfman's found our first hand stage of the night. Whatever item they get off this hand, if they find the other two hand stages, it'll be the same item for all three.
So Wolf is going to go up the pipe. We're going to get to see what item the hand stages give us tonight. And it is a music box. Everyone give Wolfman a hand.
All right. So Mustard burns his second hammer. He is Leslie has found another lost level. One of
Yeah,
the waterfall stage on, and he's got the frog suit, which is great, but great for swimming. But that's a little problematic here since we're gonna be swimming up. He's got
I
to be a
think
little.
this is. I think this meant to mock 7-1 or 7-5. I don't know which one because they're both climbing levels, but it's strange
Uh,
because we don't actually have water falling in either of those.
it's probably closer to 7-1 if anything, but yeah. So Leslie's gonna get his 5 up as an addition. Mustard has finished World 5, so we have Worlds 4 and 7 still in play.
Wolfman, meanwhile, enjoying the wonders of Atlantis. Not getting that
Uh,
mushroom.
Diesel enjoying the wonders of 6-6 as one does. He stopped long enough to get himself a stars. Last section a little easier,
Yeah,
but
that
only
star came
by
along nicely at the right time. He seems he planned that.
yeah he did.
Unfortunately, it didn't
Uh,
last very long.
lasted long enough, I suppose, but yeah, he's finished there. Looks like Wolfman actually used the double hammer trick, which was interesting. Cut a
I
swath
was a
through that
little,
open.
I was a little scared for Diesel there for a second. He was carrying that Koopa shell for what seemed like a really long time. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to come back out and hit him.
So Mustard is in 8 fort, best fort in the game.
Oh yeah, indeed, the best for it. I mean, look, you just get to go to the end very, very quickly. It's a very easy path.
And Diesel actually does this a little kind of as an idiosyncratic route about it. He does he does it differently than everybody else. Mustard is gonna won't be able to get a star kill on Boom Boom, but he'll make this a little faster. Diesel in 2-3, all the lag. Oh, the fire chomp kind of did a pump fake, made him do a kind of a pump fake, and he took a death. Okay, so one more stage to do it. There's in 5-4. Leslie's in 5-7.
They're seeing the World One airship. Is that the world? Did Walter go back to World One somehow? Oh no, that was just the
Uh,
World One airship there. Okay.
yeah, World 1 airship and World 5.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Diesel went through a torturous route to get out of there, but he is done. Mustard is in the ice fort, 6F2. Create the bridge that will get him to Iggy. So he's finished off Roy at 27:36. It is worth noting this has been a somewhat longer seed than normal for our runners this evening. A top Mario 3 Rando runner finished a seed on average about 35, 37.
Of course,
Wolfman
this
taking it.
depends on the type of seed as well. Some seed types are more difficult than others.
Correct.
But yeah, this type of seed indeed is average 35, 37 minutes.
Right. Turning flags to about on average will get you about a 35 to 37 minute seed. But yeah, some are sub 30 and some are above 40. So it all depends.
Wolfman found 6-6 and will enjoy the wonders within.
The enemy spawns.
We have World 4 airship.
Ship 4. Oh, Wolfman taking a death there. He is done. So 8:53 for Mustard. Hold
And
pace.
Lesbro getting a nice little P-wing there from that Hammer Brother battle.
Interested in playing 6-6 right now. I think he's got enough clouds. Actually, skip it if he so chooses.
As the pro working on 8 Fort. Meanwhile, your call is important to us. Please stay on the line.
All right, so World 7 is World 7. Got a fort up front. He's going to play it right now. Then backtrack later.
Leslie Pro makes 8 Fort look easy. He's through in one piece switch hit. And no star kill. Obviously, there's no star, but he will get boom boom down. And that is 8 Fort done.
Yeah. Dealing with Boom Boom and the Sky Fort 5F2, no problem there. Wolfman is in Carpet Fort. Mustard is going to make a pit stop for well, yes, it's a forced
Ooh, that ghost was not well positioned for Wolfman. He decided just take the hit instead of trying to juke it out.
yeah. Well, Mustard not really an adherent of the of the end cards, so he's not going to waste time with them. So he's carry on. Ooh, Diesel, dodgy box there. He's out of World 5 at 30-37.
Estes had a star, but we just got to see there that the star does not work on the Koopas. They just act like nothing has happened to you.
Right. So unfortunately, Wolfman does not have a cloud to get out of this, so he's going to have to play 6-6. Well, actually, he could take 4 intentional deaths in a row, and the bridge would still be there. So it's kind of an interesting reverse maneuver. If you really, really hates 6-6, can do that.
So just to review where we are right now, Human Mustard is in World 7 right now. Wolfman is at the back of our 4 feature runners in World 5. The other 2 runners in World 6 right now. So World 7 is at World 7 today, so that has not changed. That is vanilla.
1, 2, 5, and 7 were vanilla.
Not a lot of randomization in the world order.
Yeah, 5 of the 8 are going to be vanilla. Okay. Mustard is, I think he's figured out where the pipe is that'll get him out to the Eastern Island, but took a bit of navigation to get there. In the meantime, 3-5. Leslie grabbed the wand at 31:59. So Wolfman does indeed take a game over. So while the levels you play are
Yeah.
reset. The forts are not.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. You sound like you're having trouble. The levels do get turned back over. You have to go through the levels again. I believe you also lose. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you lose your items as well.
I believe so. No, you still got them.
Oh, you still have to keep your items. Okay.
So he's out right now. Mustard's 3-3. So an unusual strategy by Wolfman, but it looks like it's going to pay off for him. Mustard is going back for another end card. Never really got to determine what is what, but he's got 3 matches so far. Might get something good out of this. Not really. A star and a mushroom. That's about it. So he's through and he's in 7-6 clip.
And well, here's a World 7 level in World 7. Ironically enough, we're going to try to clip through this. That was 4 attempts so far. Human Mustard is having a little difficulty with it today.
There it is. Nicely done by Mustard. Took about 7 or 8 tries. He was early on most of his jumps, which usually tells you you're really close, but uses music box on the piranha. He has no time for any of that stuff. He's out of here. Got his hammer suit. That's all he really cares about at this Bowser. That's the whole point. So let's see. Wolfman's at the airship, World 5. Mustard's dealing with Ludwig. Five hit Ludwig, but he is taken down at 34.51. So as we enter World 8, I've just confirmed on the SRL screen, we have no .duns yet from any of our 8 runners this evening. So
That's good
first,
information for these runners. It shows this is a very difficult seed for not just the average runner, but for everyone in the race.
yeah, exactly. So okay, so we got a hand and 2 pipes, a lock, and 8-1. So got through the hand without any trouble. So Mustard is going to play this right away, and it's the Air Force turns out to be Navy. Cobra, not feeling any bitterness at all, says lucky. For those of you who watched the live race in October that was broadcast in October, you know exactly what that means. Mustard's going to do a pipe check here. Gets more pipe checks. Okay, 2 of the pipes feed into each other. Play 6F1, elevator fort. Wolfman looks like he might get a star kill on Boom Boom. Hurries. And he does. Get out the orbs and chat. Speaking of orbs, Mustard's about to do the same. We got double orb. We got 2 orbs and 2 different forts in about a span of about 5 seconds. Wow.
Upside down orbs everywhere.
Yeah, I tell you. Mustard, another pipe check here. He's knocked out 2 forts. Okay. So that's advantageous. So the pipe is going to be somewhere in the dark area. Got to remember where it is.
Oh, we're gonna lose a little time here on the 5 up because that's gonna take some extra time to credit him with all those lives.
Yeah. Third. Okay. The pipe apparently is somewhere in the back corner. Their first tank, which is a regular stage, Ford is 3-1, so pretty easy level to get through.
Still keeping an eye on Wolfman. He got hung up on one of the blocks and ended up taking a hit from a thwomp he was not planning for. Just took a death in 6 Fort.
Yeah. He's going to use a P-Wing here, so he'll be able to do some speed strats through the opening section of this fort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Mustard miscounted on his pipes. I don't think he ever checked that third pipe in the main area. If he did, I totally missed it. But he's in 4F2.
And we have another one of those random moving hot feet. Some of the hot feet will move on their own regardless of whether you're facing them or not, and they will be random.
So we're at. Okay, so I think Mustard knows what he has to do now. Fortunately, okay, he's checking, confirming that what is and what isn't being broken. I think he He either thinks he's got this or okay. So he did check third pipe, and the answer is it's still he's got to finish. He's got to take care of super tanks, whatever that fort turns out to be. So Leslie almost into World 8 officially.
So we have two runners in World 8, one with a little bit of a lead here.
3F2 is the gatekeeper. Boy, how many times have we said that in the last year? Jeez, ever since like version 1.2, it's like World 3F2 a lot in World 8 for some reason. We're at the 40-minute mark. We still do not have a dot done. Mustard, for all we know, could end up finishing first here tonight.
Oh,
Would have been a
let's keep that a
very
little bit of a secret until someone does finish, then to see if that does turn out to be the case here.
indeed.
Meanwhile, Mustard is finished with the Boom Boom fight, so is Leslie Pro, and S Diesel and Wolfman are getting lost in World 7.
So Leslie, see how he plays this. Okay, doesn't have a cloud. He's gonna have to play 8-2, which is another loss level. We've had like 6 of those tonight.
Mustard found the way to Bowser's Castle area. He's doing what looks like 3-4, I believe, or maybe it could be one from a later world as well.
This is a beta stage, actually.
Oh, that's a beta stage.
Yeah, this is kind of a hybrid of 7-3 and 3-4.
That's the one. Okay.
Yeah. So, and Mustard took an unintentional death there. I think he got his jump button foot eaten. So Diesel clips through 7-6. Nicely done. All right, so he's got his hammer suit. He has everything he needs to finish. So now it is just a question of execution. Mustard on his way into Bowser. Diesel is at the airship. Wolfman's navigating through World 7. He's in 2F. He's in 2 Fort right now.
A little note I want to make about Bowser's Castle. I believe the statues are random now in the current version of the randomizer.
Correct. The lasers are randomized. Mustard is going for the top. He's going to try to do a top route clip.
Nice.
To bypass this, but it's pretty tricky movement. But yeah, top route used to be the norm. That is no longer the case. Top route is much more dangerous. There's about 7 or 8 fireballs you might have to dodge in the process. Like so.
He's not going to waste too much time on it because he's determined that.
Oh
wow, that's a lot of fireballs already. He's determined he'll lose too much time continuing to try to clip. He loses his Hand Brother suit. He has to do the regular Bowser fight at this point.
Yeah, and Mustard is going to take advantage of the non-hitbox and just gun through this fight. Be pretty easy. We've all done many a time. Diesel's underway in World 8.
Mustard is just casually relaxing inside of Bowser's feet.
Leslie is in 8F3. Is not 3F2. Excuse me. Mustard has done it. He has finished. Fortunately, he is not the first one to finish. Classic scores a win with a official SRL time of 41.55. Nonetheless, Mustard, as our top featured runner, gets the silver medal with a 43.22.
GG's in chat for him.
GG to Mustard and GG to Classic. Leslie is in 4F2. He's actually finished the level that will get him to Bowser. So now it's a question of how long it is before he gets back to it. And we have our third place finisher, Europcelis. I said that right. Finished third with a official SRL time.
Well, maybe we'll hold back because we're a little bit in the future when that time.
Yeah,
so let's hold
right.
that for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, now sorry about that. Europe finished with an official SRL time of 44:21 to take third overall of 8 racers. Leslie is on the final path to Bowser. He's in the beta stage.
We are down to 5 remaining runners here who are trying to finish this race and make that 4. We just had a finish from Teeks, who with 44:45.
Nicely done by Teeks. Now, he's going to be another very good Mario 3 vanilla player and be a real player, I think, the tournament. Potential death at 3-1. Leslie does not have a hammer suit, so use P-Wing here to get through this. Wolfman navigate his way through. We have 4 players left in the field. The only 3 of them are featured. Leslie's almost finished. The other runner who's not featured but still playing is Claris.com. Leslie opted to go top route here as well. Unfortunately, those fireballs are making this not a great idea.
Yeah, they're not being very friendly there.
No, but he got through, and now it's 5 jumps from Bowser. And bring it on home. Diesel's in 3F2 now.
And let's go doing the time-honored strategy of hiding in Bowser's feet.
While we wait for Leslie to officially wrap this up, most of these runners are going to be participating in the 2020 Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer tournament, which will be late next month. It is open to all people of all skill sets. We highly encourage you, if you are interested, to join and see what all the fun is about.
Leslie Pro, while finishing the Bowser fight, we will have an official time for Leslie Pro in just a moment here. And with that said, we can now confirm an official SRL time of 46 minutes and 51 seconds. Get your GGs out. That is the 5th place finish.
Not bad for a seed where what screwed me up was World 7 and then World 8.
I did not expect we had his audio. We will fix that in just a moment here.
But
anyway,
nonetheless. So Diesel is almost finished. He's found the path. Leslie's found the path to get. Wolfman's found the path to get out of World 7. Clouds. No clouds to speak of, unfortunately. Diesel has no hammer suit either, so he's gonna have to use a P-Wing. Use a P-Wing to get through this.
Now, you don't have S Diesel's audio, so we are going to stay on Wolfman's audio for the remainder of this. So S Diesel beginning the trip through Bowser's Castle, going to lure the hot feet off its perch, and onwards.
Wolfman is at 7-6. Is actually going to do this normally. God help him.
He has no choice. He doesn't have any kind of leaf right now.
Yeah, no P-Wing to get him out of this, and so yeah, this is not going to be fun. And we welcome Leslie Pro 04 to the chat. GG.
Thanks, guys. Well, that was an interesting seed, to say the least.
Welcome.
I thought I was doing pretty good until I got strung along by World 7 and World 8, basically.
No. But, yeah, kind of got you a little bit, but you also were able to take advantage of a couple of things that Mustard could not, so it kind of went back and forth between you two for a while.
That must have been fun for you guys.
Oh, yes. Loads. We have our 6th place finisher, Claris.com, finishing at 48.16. GG's to him. Diesel is just about in the books here, down Bowser. There he is, 49.23. GG to Diesel.
That does leave Wolfman as the only runner remaining in the race here today.
Right, so see if he can slip in at under 1 hour. Should be doable. He's got plenty of items.
He's about to finish the World 7 area right now, and that just leaves the Dark World to figure out.
Leslie, you did the end card game. Did anything good come out of that end card game?
Let's see. There were, I want to say there were a couple of P-Wings. I want to say Starman, but then again, it seemed like the Hammer Brothers dropped a lot of those. I don't remember where I got my Cloud from, so that might have been from there. And I think, was there an extra hammer? Not sure.
Well, I know one of the Hammer Bros gave you that. The one item that you picked up that would turn out to be really nice was the hammer in 1-3. Not 1. Yeah, 1-3. You picked up the hammer in 1-3.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a really nice find because I go the usual bottom route that most would go for in World 6. I see it's 8-1, and I immediately nope out of that.
Right.
And no one can blame me for that because there's some levels you don't want to play, and yeah. And Teeks, I think, mentions it too in chat. I think he's right. But I didn't match it a second time.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
curious
one
as to what the right fort was.
it was 3F2. 3F2 was the correct fort for World 8. Wolfman's found the correct level. Wolfman play these forwards out and try to find the right one. Start with the 6F1. Ooh, caught up there.
That's a very bad start.
Yeah, this seed certainly threw down the gauntlet as far as levels were concerned. We had pretty much everything. I think the only thing we didn't have was 7-5.
Didn't see that, and I didn't see 7F2 either.
That did pop up. I think. Oh, that was in World 3. You got to skip that because you had a hammer. That was the first of 2 forts in World 3. The other was 2 fort.
No, I found 2 fort later.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we might have the order wrong. It's okay.
7F2, I know, was definitely one of them. Oh, you're right. It was 3F1 was the other one. Excuse me. And it's also worth noting some of the levels you got to skip, Leslie, because well, actually, this is really more for Mustard. No, you too. You got to skip those levels because you had that hammer, right? You got to bypass World 2's ugliness, I believe.
Yeah, I figured at that point it was early and it was a free 3 levels, so I figured why not?
And 2 of those levels, 7, 8, and 5, 9.
Oh god, skip. Those are 2 of the absolute worst levels in the game.
Yeah. So Wolfman uses his hammer, which is a good move. Help him speed along a little bit. He's still got to go through Air Force and Super Tank. Aid Fort if he finds it. Tank 3-1.
Yeah, I thought I had speaking of, thought I had a really good 8 fort because I started with the P-Wing just to get going with that level, and it wound up being a case where I was able to hit Door Cycle. to it by way of a damage boost. Would have preferred to have kept the Fire Flower, but you know what? I'll take those.
Yeah, well, getting a damageless one cycle these days in 8 Fort is it's like a unicorn level rare. It's really hard to do. Man, fine Fort and super and it's done with 4F2. He's got 3F2. Still hasn't played. He's probably he's gonna gamble and doing pipe checks.
I like to gamble, which at the point I was going through, when I was going through the dark maze, I figured, you know what? All three are here. Let's just get them done and just go. Because I figured I made my one gamble and didn't pay off, so I decided that's enough gambling for tonight.
Right. And in Wolfman's case, it's not a bad play what he did because he didn't see anything break or shatter, so he figures, well, you know, the absence of any visualization means it happened somewhere else, so maybe it happened there. This will be the correct fort. This will take him to the finish line. Just a lost level away from finishing. That was the other thing, you know, Leslie, I noticed. Tonight we had 6 lost levels.
Yeah, a couple of them were early, although I had trouble with one of them because that vertical swimming one, not a good level for Frog Suit, because it seemed like the controls were slippery on that.
Yeah, we noticed you were having some difficulty with climbing those waterfalls with it. Like you said, not
that
good trying
wasn't
to climb
my
waterfalls.
Yeah, that wasn't my controller acting up. That was my control. That was the controls actually being slippery, like you were on ice or something. Kind of feels better for snowfall.
It's not ideal, but
Wolfman, by the way, finding the path. He's now in Bowser Castle's area.
Got a beta stage, and then he's on his way home. I don't think.
Ooh, that was not nice game.
Lakitu kind of just trolling him there. And we've confirmed he does not have a hammer suit, so no hammer kill for him. But
speaking of, that's something I never found.
Mustard had one. He got it. He got it early. Oh, I know. Here's what happened. He did 7-9 first, and then he doubled back, played 1 Fort, and got around to 1 Fort. He had Raccoon Mario, and he got a hammer that way.
Wow. Damn. Yeah. That is not how I would have ever expected a hammer suit to be picked up.
So it's like, yeah, he grabbed it, and then he just held, he hoarded it the whole game, and paid off spectacularly for him. Got him to a second place finish tonight. We got some frog strats here from Wolfman. Unfortunately, he gets clipped by the disco waffles, so he's do this regular old Mario the rest of the way. See if he goes top or bottom strat route here.
I had P-Wings, so I went top. I figured at the end I didn't have hammer suit, didn't have a flower. I figured I'd just fly it.
You and Diesel, I think, had the same mindset. So Wolfman, really carefully. Okay, she's fine. Okay, so he's got a shot at breaking 1 hour here. Four more jumps and he's done. 2 to go.
This should be the last hit right here.
It
And
is.
It is.
this means that it is time to finish this race for
Yeah.
Wolfman as he will shortly cross the line.
Get out the GGs for Wolfman
He does
2000. Wraps this up with a time of 59:36.
Sub-hour.
Everybody got in 1 hour, but nobody broke 40 minutes on this seed.
Yeah, this would have been a really tough seed to sub 40.
Yeah, it was not this were like the first seed you ever played as a Mario 3 randomizer. This is kind of seed that might scare you off.
Yeah, this is the one that would get you to reconsider whether you want to play any further in the future. By the way, Wolfman is now joining us. GG.
Thank you, and what on earth happened to me?
You got seated.
Yeah.
Randoed would be the term I would use, but that's just me. GG's, Wolfman.
Thank you, Leslie. I mean, I'm sure I at least made 1 or 2 clip-worthy moments. I mean, the 1-3 giant Koopa stomp trade or something, and I still don't know what happened there.
Well, it was one of those nights, I think, for everybody. Like, nobody broke 40 minutes. That's really hard to do. Flags too. This seed just threw everything at everybody, so you just kind of had to make do with what you had and power through as best you could.
I know, it's... I mean, I know I probably made some beginner intermediate mistakes. My instinct told me, since I managed to get the hammer in 1-3, that I needed to use it, so I used it in the water world. I broke the right fortress, but then I ended up playing a game of Mario Kart instead.
Right. Yeah.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Yeah. It's like everything, any and every. It's like we were saying, pretty much every brutal level except for 7-5 reared its head in this seed. So you just had to kind of grin and bear it and try and survive some of those stretches.
Yeah, and then, I mean, Skyworld, I can't believe I actually took an intentional game over through 6-6 there.
Well, I don't blame you there. That level in itself can be brutal, and it got me on my first attempt.
No, what I did was I Lakitu clouded past it to break the fortress, and then I was like, oh gosh, you know what, screw it, cheap death times 5.
Right. Yeah, we kind of figured as much, and it was a good play considering, you knew that once you took care of the fort, it was smooth sailing there, so you could just bypass that altogether.
Yeah, that in 6-6 was nasty, and I mean, as you said, almost every single level was nasty in ways that I wasn't used to, and even the pros weren't used to, but...
Yeah.
For the folks that wish to join the tournament, I swear, the seeds are not always this bad.
Yeah,
So, join the tournament.
I don't roll all of them, so you all have a sporting chance when it's not me. Because I think
you mean they're not all this bad?
Well, no.
I mean,
like,
I've rolled some bad ones, and even mine usually aren't this strange.
Yeah, the one I did before this, about 3 weeks ago, that had some interesting twists and turns. Oh, Teeks has told me I'm grounded. Well, that's fair. So, but yeah, please join if you are interested. All are welcome. We are currently sitting at 30 players for the tournament. I'm hoping to get as many as 80. Nice round number for the tournament.
That'd be a great number.
You do not need to be a Mario 3 expert or a speedrunning expert. Some of our finest players are not speedrunners of the game really at all, but they are very good at this.
Or you could be like me and play Warpless within the span of 2 days and get 15 minutes on All Stars.
Well, there you go.
Well, we should
So,
get. We do have a link to the past randomizer coming up in about 22 minutes here. So, any last thoughts before we start getting out of the way for that?
Well,
I'm just letting the seed in my play seed for itself. Proa, take us away.
Well, all I'm going to say about this seed is, well, safe to say is this seed really kept everybody on our toes. That's for sure. No doubt about it. Because if you thought you were, seriously, if this was your first seed, I feel bad for you. Because this one was a challenge for all of us.
Agreed.
Well, I'll be in the trenches next week, so somebody can do some horrible torture to me. Only seems fair.
Are you asking for volunteers?
Oh yeah, the line is around the block, I think, after tonight. So I'm ready to take everyone's best shot as far as the diabolical seed that somebody rolls. Oh, someone call me.
An idea for that in chat.
All right. Well, thanks all for watching. Thanks Cyclone for joining me on the comms, and GG's to all of our fine racers this evening. See you all again this time next week, 9 o'clock Eastern on Saturday, and have a great night.
Yep. Thank you for joining, everyone, and watching. Have a good night, and we hope that we see you again for more in the future. Stay tuned for Link to Past Rando if that is of interest to you. Have a good night.
Watch out for Boss Bass and keep on grooving all.
Take care, guys.